Hello, good morning. Welcome to McBoss Capital live stream. My name is Michael Chu. Today is Tuesday, August 25th, 2026, 8:23 a.m. Mountain time here. It's past 10, almost 10:30 Eastern time. We see that Nasdaq is up, although it is coming down from the highs. We had so it's up zero point 0.4. Dow is near flat zero point 0, and then with S&P up zero point 0.2, and Nasdaq volume is up 5.9%, and NYSE volume is down 15%. Here's the daily composite index for Nasdaq here. You can see this morning we bounced back off the 50-day line, which is good news, but then we reversed really early, right? So that is not the good news. So let me just take a quick look at the QQQ stock Nasdaq 100 ETF here. You can see how it came up very strong, but then very quickly we now making new lows for the day. Um, yeah, this is not good news. So that's first thing. The second thing that I noticed very early this morning is like there's not many stocks moving in up in high volume, at least for the growth stock. So that's also a bad sign. Generally, if you have market moving up this strong, especially for Nasdaq, you want to see some stocks, jump on this list, but it is not doing that. So that is another negative. So anyhow, coming back to this, we did reverse from the 10 days. So even though we bounced off the 50-day gap up, but we're reversing from 10 day, which, technically the 10 days is more meaningful just because, uh, you can see how it just getting reversed here. And then 10 day, which is the now formed the downtrend line, is clearly in play here because it's just became a resistance. So that's the not so good news here. Okay, so where do we trade from here? I don't know, but it's not definitely we already test the 50-day line once. Generally, you don't want to test it multiple times because it could fail. And if we do test it again, maybe it's not today, but maybe tomorrow or something. Um, it's not a good thing, right? So, but yeah, more troublesome is just the growth stocks are not showing up with volume. It kind of show the buying side is drying up, which is not a good thing. And many stocks are just having problems moving up. Like, anytime it moves out, then the next day it gets knocked down. It just again, just no buying whatsoever. There's way more selling than buying. That's what's been happening. So that's the problem right now. And we could be in this mood till who knows, right? Till September, which is not far away next week, right? Here is S&P also reversed from this morning high. Um, yeah, it's just near the 21 day and the 10 day, and it's just stuck there. Again, below the 10 day, that is the major problem. Let's go to Dow. So look like Dow tried to break above the 10 day this morning once again. We did that here and we fell. You see that right there, like last week, and it fell miserably after that. Now we did it again, so but it reversed already, so that's another problem. So you can look at the ETF here, just intradays. So you can see we came down like this didn't even move up in the morning. It just came straight down. And right now the bounce look pretty weak as well. So that's also another big problem here. It's just not much of a bounce. Okay, so finally we will look at Russell. This one is also stuck below the 10 day, you know, and 21 day here. Also not moving much, even though it's up, but it's just no power whatsoever to move up. So that's the big problem. But the bigger problem is this growth stock list, not much moving. Jazz here at the top, DT, KSPI has been doing well. Let me show you KSPI in the financial area. This one has been moving up really nice, finding support each time at the 10-day here, and then now it's quite extended, let's say. It's far from the 10-day, so it might pull back at some point. Yeah, let's keep going here with IDT, NSET, FCX. The mining area is really strong right now, and FCX, Freeport McMoRan doing really well, breaking out and holding all the gains. Even this morning, a lot of stocks, this mining stock this morning came down, but then they all bounced back really quick. So again, this area continued to show strength. Um, let's keep going here. What else do we have? We have WPM, another gold stock here. Let's take a quick look. Oops, this is not the right symbol here. Oh, here we go, WPM. So this morning you can see it came down and very quickly it reversed. This is another strong stop breaking out right now of this double bottom base. It is quite far from the 10-day, so there's a risk there of it coming back to near it. We have AMG here, MSI, Motorola, Citigroup, ATI, and Eldorado Gold. Again, we'll look at another gold here. So here's the also another bounce from this morning low coming back up, so looking pretty good. Let's go to the tech side. Because again, this morning the SMH was up, but look at how quickly it turned away. It didn't even come close to the 10-day. So that's the problem with the semiconductors is it looks like every bounce is a selling opportunity so far, and we'll see what happens next. Yeah, this is not looking good. Let's take a quick look at the software side. Here's again not doing much, continue to get stuck in this zone here. Let's look at biotech, XBI, the ETF here. This one's bouncing today, so that is some good sign there. Let's look at uh, the refineries cracks ETF here. This one's pulling back, so whether it'll bounce, we'll see. And then, as we saw earlier, gold is doing well. So let's look at the gold bullion. This one is actually down, the gold bullion. Let's look at the stock side, GDX, because the stocks are bouncing back. So we'll see. Yeah, so this one you see off the lows here. So GDX. So there you go. Again, not many areas showing strength. Thank you all for watching and have a good day. Bye now.